Hey guys, how's it going? It's Wheldrake here from the Dark Wreath, and today I want to talk about Lotus, Margulis, and Natah, and the actual truth about these three, or one person as it may be. Now, in the background you're just going to see the Apostasy prologue, and let's just take another look at it again, because I have a bit of a weird theory about who is who. Now we know that Margulis and Natah may well be not the same person, but definitely Natah has taken Margulis's memories. She knows a lot about the tenor that she potentially shouldn't. We also know that, especially since it's highlighted in the Apostasy prologue, the death of Margulis is surrounded in a little bit of suspicion, even to the point where she may not have been executed. We have not actually seen anything that says she was executed, just that she was sentenced for execution. There's nothing following her death. All we know is that she is not present in our current timeline of Warframe. So just before we get to the cinematic of this prologue, I want to pose this to you. When Ballas comes in and we believe that he's talking to Lotus, obviously, but it kind of implies that he's actually talking to Margulis. I want to challenge this. Imagine that he's actually talking to Margulis first. Then when he severs the connection of the helmet, he's then talking to Natah, the sentient. Now we know that sentients are shapeshifters. This has been in the lore previously, and it's actually been solidified by the inclusion of mimics, who take this to a whole new level. Sentients are shapeshifters. Just remember that, and see what you think.
My daughters, my sons, I want you to know my last thoughts are of you. How long have we waited for this moment?
Forgive me.
For what? I am not who you think I am.
But of course you are. Imprisoned, just as she was.
Ballas.
I will not abandon you again, Margulis.
I am not who you think I am. Now, I personally think that is Margulis saying to Ballas, obviously Ballas thinks that she is the Lotus, or, to an extent, Natah. You see, what we see at the end of the sacrifice quest is you have one of three choices that you can say to Ballas when he's, let's say, squirming on the floor. And all three seem to imply that Ballas is not the one in charge, and that she is in charge. I originally thought that this was actually the sentient mother, but when we see, I'm going to call her Natah, not Lotus. When Natah reappears and says that she's going home to mother, she describes her mother as drifting and gaunt, which to me implies dead. Or at least inactive in some way. So when Ballas says that she is in charge, she is the hand and Ballas is but the stone. I think that's Natah. What I think actually happened at the betrayal of the Orokin is that at this moment, Margulis took over. I believe that when we know that the Orokin can store memories in things such as Ireton treasures, in cephalons, in a number of things, and they also have the secret to effectively everlasting life through continuity, it's not too unfeasible to think that they actually managed to give Natah Margulis's memories through something a little bit more permanent, don't you think? And that this sense of duality, which is very prominent throughout the Sacrifice quest, is also happening in the body of Lotus. That Natah, this shape-shifting sentient, took on the visage of Margulis, and then was given Margulis's memories, her kindness, her fondness for the tenor, the way she is a mother. Now, it would also make sense for Margulis to keep up this charade, for her own protection, as well as the tenor. Meaning that up until now, the Lotus has actually been double bluffing us. First we supposedly discovered that she was a sentient. Well, to an extent she is. Her body is a sentient, but her mind is Margulis. Now you're probably wondering, where is Margulis? Because what we met at the end of the Sacrifice was definitely not Margulis, and is not the Lotus that we know. Indeed, when Ballas took Lotus from us, he severed the helmet, which we thought was Natah's control, and he came back for Margulis. Granted, he does actually say Margulis to her, but let's be honest, she's taken Margulis's form, and he does miss her. This is very clear through the Sacrifice. He misses her terribly. So, he sees this as an opportunity to almost get Margulis back. But she doesn't act like the Lotus we know anymore. At the end of the Sacrifice, she says, "This is what I am." Natah has been present through Margulis's actions, through Natah's own body, her shapeshifted form, but she's almost taken a back seat, much in the way that Warframes are subdued by their tenor operators. So to this end, I have a theory. It also ties into the start of not only the Sacrifice quest, but the start of this video. Where is Margulis? Where are her memories? And how has Natah been freed of them? Well, I give you this, ladies and gents. Mostly gents, I'm guessing. This, I believe, is Margulis. I'll leave you on that thought. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.